Hi, I'm Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net, and I want to talk about being single. Because now that we're in the 21st century, I think we all need to have a 21st century mentality around what that really is, and take a look at how we define this word and what it is supposed to mean. You know, there has been a lot of confusion. Throughout time, we live in a couple's world. And so the understanding was that if a man was single, he was playing the field. He hadn't found the right one. And if a woman was single, she was unwanted. And now I think because of the enormous emphasis on getting together, we are starting to even group men into that unwanted goods. Like if you're single, there's something wrong with you. And I want to remind everybody, I'm guessing that the majority of you are currently single, that is simply a label. And it's not really that we need to use it in public, but it is used for forms. Are you married? Are you single? Are you divorced? It's used to categorize people, but it is in no way a reflection of who you are. So we, fortunately, are entering a time period where there are these dynamic, wonderful, completely whole, integrated, successful people that are choosing, for whatever reason, to take a time out from seeking to become part of a couple. Either they are single and not that interested in dating right now, single and celibate, not only not interested in dating, not even interested in that aspect of it. There is nothing wrong. These are valid categories. And there is a full and complete life that can be had. And by the way, you have to have that full and complete life in order to have a great life with a future partner. So I really hope that if you are finding yourself in a situation where anyone is looking down upon you because they find out that you're single, or worse yet, if they find out, oh, the greater offense is that you're single and okay with it, okay, because that means obviously there's something wrong with you, that you will find a way to illuminate these people that are still living in another century, that it is completely legitimate. You can have a rich and full life, and there's a lot of merit to taking a time out. You know, taking a time out voluntarily means that there is something that is of greater priority. It doesn't mean that you are incapable of loving. It does not mean that you cannot experience intimacy. It doesn't mean that you have deep emotional trauma. It doesn't mean you're afraid to love. It means right now, your focus is on your life. And you don't need to be opposed to ever having partnership, but it is not a priority. And that status of being single is completely rich, full, and enough in and of itself. We're getting there. I can feel it happening in society, but it is moving slowly. If you ever hear somebody in a crowd that notices a woman or man that's single and says, well, they couldn't get anybody anyway, nobody wants them, I hope you'll correct them and let them know that single is fine. It's wonderful to share your life with somebody if you want, but there are people that are perfectly happy and content, if not oftentimes with greater peace of mind, who are rich and full and complete in a life with their friends, with their family, with their colleagues. Being single is pretty wonderful. Being partnered is wonderful. They're both wonderful, and they're both okay. Just want everybody to remember that. Thanks a lot. Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. And if you prefer to hear this on podcast, please tune into the Susan Winter Show on iTunes. Thanks a lot.